Hi, this is Michael Morley with Deacon Woodworks. Thought I'd give you a quick preview of what Deacon Tap Room is going to look like in the near future. A few more things to add to it, specifically the bar, the taps, the refrigerator, but most of the woodworking and furniture building is pretty much done. So I thought I'd give you a quick tour and hopefully you'll enjoy it and stick around and see the finished product. So let me take it to you. Basically, from where I was talking, I'm walking into the tap room itself. This is a 17 by 14 game room that was basically carpet and drywall until about 2 months ago. We put in, ripped up the carpet and put in a engineered hardwood floor called Acacia. And as you can see here, it is a multi-toned, kind of a red goldenish color that comes across on the screen as well. And absolutely gorgeous, looks fantastic. It's got multiple varieties throughout the whole pattern, gives it some real character and some depth. We also walk in here and you'll notice that there's wainscoting on the wall. And this is actually just a faux wainscoting. It's 1x4 strips on the stile and the top rail and 1x6 on the base with a quarter round shoe. And then just basic standard 45-degree spring angled contractor miter crown molding with a 1x6 chair rail with a round over bit on top of it. And we ran this all the way down on the walls, in between the windows, and on our way back. And as you can see here on the back wall, this is where the bar in itself will go. It'll be about 6 feet long, 24-inch base cabinet with a sink, and then a refrigerator and tap, which will also be about 24 to 25 inches wide. So we're going to be pushing right around the 6 feet mark, which is about what we have. So if you swing back around here, and as we're walking in the front door, only things that I've got to show you here really are a couple man-made projects here. The first one is a pub table, which you may have seen on the Facebook site. But this is a art resin epoxied top with beer caps inlaid in it. I may decide to put an extra small layer of epoxy on top just to kind of fill it in a little bit more, but in all honesty, it's doing just fine right now. And the base down here, it's just standard 2x4 construction. Sorry for the dark light there, but standard 2x4 construction. Two 2x4s coming up the tops, the sides, and then put some 45-inch braces or 45-degree braces on it just to give it lateral stability. These benches were an Overstock.com purchase. I like the way they look, and it was really one of the only things I've paid for without building or doing something to it myself. This here, and I'll try not to blind you with the actual light itself, but this is an Edison bulb. This was just basic electrical wiring conduit box and some switches that I put in and built this kind of industrial light to it. As you can see here, the switch itself actually has the USB ports, or the outlet has the USB ports on it, so you can charge your phone and stuff like that. Over here, this was a Craigslist find. It was a $40 find. Worked great. Basically painted it black. So the black and gold worked out well for me. Threw a couple different things in it and rigged it so it would put out free goodies for the tap room. Thought just kind of fun, and for 40 bucks and a little elbow grease, it worked out great. As we come around here, little chalkboard. This is something I bought off of Amazon. The board itself, built the frame and built a little rack for the chalk. Took all about 15 minutes in the shop and some stain and some poly, and you're good to go, and mounted up on the wall. So that was kind of fun. Just a quick afternoon, early evening project. We do have down here on the thing, the bowl starts here. And I've always wanted a dartboard in my house, so picked up one of those. I'll save the last two things, big things for last, but here we've got just another IKEA hack of all things. This is a $9 IKEA table, and then used some leftover barnwood, topped it off, and gave a nice rustic feel to it and kind of fit with the theme of what we were going for. So the main feature of the tap room is the wall. And this is 17 feet long. Again, we've got the wainscoting and the drink rail going all the way down to almost to the back, the front. Left it short because I wanted to make sure you weren't bumping into it when you were up at the actual bar itself. And as you saw in my last video here, this is the the drink bar or beer bottle storage rack. Give it a little closer up view on this one. Again, this was a $14 IKEA hack. These metal galvanized shells were $14, and then I bought the wiring to go through. This is standard 1x12 pine. I didn't even nail it down to the top, although I probably should screw it from underneath to keep it flat because the top one is a little warped. But as you can see, just used little S-hooks and the clamps there, ran it down, and in between, actually drilled the holes and ran it in through there. It does a great job. I'm quite impressed with it. I think the wood color, the stain, turned out really nice, and it looks good. A little shout out to my guys at the Brew Public here in Charlotte. They're a home beer delivery service. They deliver them in these great crates. It's a great concept. You should look into it. And then the wall itself. This is 100-year-old reclaimed barnwood. It was something I've always wanted to do as a treatment on a wall. Didn't necessarily want to do a full wall, and with such a large room, I think that may have been a little overpowering with the wood floor. So I was quite happy with not only the wainscoting and the drink rail to kind of break it up a little bit, but then with the crown molding up top and the black ceiling, which I was talked into, and I'm glad I was, I think just the wall turned into a really beautiful accent wall. Put in the electrical is all behind there and mounted. As you can see, I had to move the electrical plate over because the builders put it in the wrong spot for what I was doing, so tried to hide that as best as possible and go from there. Overall, I'm really happy with the way the room has kind of turned out. I'm going to do probably, give it a little better shot of the wall here with a better lighting. But I'll probably do a rug so that the noise is not as big. I may want to replace that chair because that was my grandfather's, and I really don't want spilled beer all over the place. So I may do another couple chairs there, a rug. I'm building the second pub table, which will go right here. I've got 2 more stools on order, so I'll have 6 stools there, 2 people here, and then those chairs and that small table can be removed, and the poker table can be brought in with some folding chairs, and we have a nice place to drink beer, watch the game, play some darts if you want to step out for a hand. But we could fit easily a 10 to 12 person poker game in here, which will be nice. So thanks again for coming to Deacon Woodworks and taking a look at the video. I hope you enjoy this, and I will look forward to providing you more updates in the near future. Thanks.